How would you describe what you've been seeing from them? Are there signs of encouragement that show you that this is going to get turned around for you guys?
When you look at our lineup, we're capable of more than this. And at some point it'll turn around. Timeline for that, nobody really knows. We'll be guessing, but it's not because of a lack of effort or attention to detail or messaging or anything along those lines. You're seeing a staff and players that are really dedicated to what's going on, and we're just not seeing the results that players want on the staff wants. But at some point, will that turn with the lineup we have? The answer is yes.
I saw Tyler out here working with Turner Ward. Yep. Is there anything specifically that he's working on right now to try to get himself back on track?
There's a couple things. He's not just out there swinging a swing to build his confidence. He's actually working on a couple things physically and make sure he's not working underneath the ball. And there's a couple things he's doing underneath and then carrying it out to VP out here and then hopefully into the game. But these guys are getting after it, man, and it's just a matter of time before it starts to kick in. So hopefully sooner than later.
We've seen Carlson work through struggles before, and he comes out on the other side, and you see him go on a tear. 0 for 11 in the last few games since that Mets series. What are you seeing from him? Is he pressing? Is there something physically? What have you seen from Carlson?
I wouldn't say pressing as much as some stuff physically. And I mean, let's not kid ourselves. This game has its anxieties and pressures, and they want to perform for themselves, they want to perform for the team, and they want to perform for the city. So when you're not doing that, there's a lot that comes with that mentally. But he's dealing with some stuff physically that he wants to work through with his swing. He had a really good conversation after the game yesterday with our hitting staff. He was here early working in the morning. And hopefully he's another guy that we start to see some results of the work being done.
Oli, from the mental side of things, how would you as a manager combat that, I guess, this early in the season with guys?
This is a hard game. The reason I'm managing is because I couldn't hit to save my life. So, I understand where they're coming from. They're doing it at a level I couldn't even consider doing it at, right? So it's a very difficult game, and with players that have high aptitude and that are dedicated, you're more patient with because it's a matter of time before it turns. If it was somebody that was going about their work in a kind of mediocre way and mentally wasn't engaged, they wouldn't be here. We have zero tolerance for that, and we get rid of them. But that's not the case with any guys that we're bringing up. I mean, these guys are truly dedicated and are wanting to perform.
I understand you've probably answered a million different questions about your shortstop situation, and with Paul DeJong specifically. With DeJong and some of the production at the plate, at what point in the season do you look at it and say, okay, maybe we do see an extended run for Edmundo Sosa, or make a switch here with Tommy Edman? What are you looking at there in terms of the timeline of seeing that?
You better be really sure once you do that. Because you're talking about an all-star shortstop. Have we seen the level of production over the last couple of years that we've hoped for? Not entirely. Have we started off the year the way we wanted to? No. He would tell you that. Do I have a timeline for that where it's like, hey, by this date, you've got... No, I don't. And he's one of the guys that is getting after it, trying to figure this out. And if he does, in a couple weeks here, we'll be sitting here and we're no longer talking about DeJong not doing well, and everyone's raving about, hey, he's hitting doubles backside, he's pulling the ball in the air, and he's hitting homers, and this conversation now leads to something completely different. So at the moment, I've got his back, and we're trying to see what this looks like. But we're hoping it carries over soon.
I know you answered some questions the other day about Tommy Edman and that move potentially to short, where he's a Gold Glover at second base, and he's producing right now in the lineup as well. How do you weigh the defense that he gives you at second and not potentially giving up defense at second and short if you make a move like that? What goes into those kinds of conversations with Tommy Edman?
That's exactly what you're weighing. Are you losing that double play at short, those plays where he's playing deep in the shift and he's coming in to get the ball? I don't know. I do know he's a Gold Glover and he's improving. So it's hard to make that change at the moment because of how well, like, one of our things we do well is play defense. And we have to make sure that any move we make doesn't kind of diminish that by any means.
Is there any talk about the ballpark playing into some of the struggles that you guys are having offensively right now? It's really hard to hit here as a right-handed hitter, especially for power. Do you guys talk about that as a staff as well? Wondering, like, hey, if we get on the road, does this change up a little bit?
Yeah, we've talked about it quite a bit as a staff. There's nothing you can do about it. Guys in that other dugout have to hit for 9 innings when they come play us here as well. So it's part of it. It's who's going to be mentally tough enough to handle when you square up a ball and it gets caught at the track and not carry it out into your next at bat. But yeah, we have every number and metric known to man as far as how this ballpark plays compared to everywhere else we go, and definitely within our division. So it's a factor, but can't use it as an excuse at the moment.
When you look at the next 24 hours or so for you guys with the roster decisions that you're going to have to make with the cut downs, what are those conversations like right now between you and Mo and Gersh and everybody that's going to go into those?
Yeah, today's an important day because we have picks going and the length there to what we need for the next series. We'll determine kind of what that looks like, but we have a decision to make. We have to lose 2 guys, and based on how today goes, we'll go one way or another.
In terms of strike throwers, I know that it's something that you guys have put a lot of emphasis on going into the offseason. I wanted to ask you, it's been a few days now, but with Dakota Hudson's start, excellent in terms of the results, of course, but the ball strike count, probably not what you guys are looking for there. Is that something that is just him working back from the Tommy John still with the command?
I think so, and you see that in a lot of guys that are coming back from Tommy John, that they're, although the action of their stuff is still good, commanding it to the level they did prior to the surgery takes a little bit longer than what everybody would like, and I think we're seeing a little bit of that. Had a good conversation with Dak, and the results of his game were great, but you can't double down on the under the hood of what took place there. So attacking the zone and allowing his sinker and cutter to do what they do, those are 2 exceptional pitches for him. Throwing them with conviction over the plate is something he's going to do.
Yeah.